Good morning, everybody. My name is Jared O'Leary. I've been drumming since 1998. I still got plenty to work on. In these practice streams, I like to share what I'm practicing, how I'm practicing, and there's over 400 recorded videos, or at least previously recorded. This is live if you're watching it right now, but you can see what I'm practicing, how I'm practicing, with the timestamps in the description, as well as what questions I'm answering. Because I have multiple different live stream chats up, I will often answer questions from different people who will ask me about performing, because I've been drumming for almost 30 years, and about teaching, because I've been teaching since 2003. I have a bachelor's, master's, PhD in music education, so I have a range of teaching and performing experience. Now, I still got plenty of stuff to work on, including how to get better on the drums, because drum kit is something that I have practiced very little of, to be honest with you. I'm your favorite? Well, I appreciate it. I'm my favorite, too. In these drumming tips, you can find on the title the thing that I talk about first, and then if it says "and other drumming tips," that means that there are more topics inside of here that you can check out if you are interested in learning about that. Anyways, so we're gonna be using some of the play-alongs that are on my home tab of YouTube. There's over 2,000 of them. So if you scroll down, we've got chop exercises, we've got gaming stuff. I'll actually be playing Tomb Raider here in like, I don't know, hour and a half. We've got grid variations. There's over 1,000 of them. You have to click on the header to show all of them. We've got limb independent stuff. That's where I'm going to be practicing most of today. We've got marching bass stuff, some drumline cadences, a few hundred technique exercises. Also have to click to show them. And then over 14 hours of drumming tips, a bunch of drumming lessons, and a ton of live streams if you're interested in that. Now, the books that I'm going to be using to work on limb independence, by the way, are 50 Ways of Syncopation. So this one, by Don Moyle, highly recommend. So the different numbers that I'm using for like pattern number 38, pattern number 40, etc., that's from this book. Now, the way that I'm working on this is largely based off of Gary Chester's ideas in New Breed 1 and New Breed 2, so I highly recommend checking those out if you are interested in those kinds of books. Now, I need to get motivated here because most of my drumming's been rudimental and concert percussion and only a small percent on drum kit. My limb independence is not very good yet, so I need Shia LaBeouf here to help motivate me. So we're going to hide Shia, and we're going to do it. Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it. Make your dreams come true. Just do it. Some people dream success. Well, you're going to wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not going to stop there. No, what are you waiting for? Do it. Just early. Do it. Yes, you can. Just do it. If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up. My wife was also doing the movements off camera with me. She was joining me. It was a trio. All right, so thank you, Shia LaBeouf. I am super motivated now to do it. We're going to go to jaredoleary.com/drum. It's the link of this at the top of the screen, and this has all of the thousands of play-alongs that are for free, organized neater than I can on YouTube. So here's 62 chop exercises, over 1,000 grid variations. Here's where I'll be spending most of my practicing today. We've got a few hundred marching bass stuff. We've got a bunch of drumline cadences. And we've got almost 400 technique exercises to work on endurance and speed, or your stick control, or like yesterday I was working on my 3 and 4 strokes, or all of the different lessons. Again, there's 14 hours of drumming tips in here from questions that people have asked across the different live streams, as well as some scripted lessons. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate you. Okay, now we are going to be working out of this spreadsheet. So this spreadsheet is what I mentioned with like Don Moyle's book, 50 Ways of Syncopation. I took his patterns and put them into the spreadsheet. Column A right here. This keeps track of the average, like how am I doing while playing through this. So for example, for pattern number 4, where your right hand plays short notes on the tom, long notes on bass drum and ride, and your left hand fills in triplets on the snare, and your hi-hat is on 2 and 4. Complicated one, I know. You can see how I did on these, and on average, column A, it says that they were musical while playing through this. So my goal is to not practice the ones that sound good, because I'm practicing. Why would I play something that sounds fine? I'm skipping all the ones that are technically proficient, like playing the ink on the page, or a musical where I'm adding in the different timbres, textures, etc. And I'm focusing on the ones that need a lot of work. So for example, the one that I'm going to start off with today is this one. So it's number 38, and let me make it so you can actually see it on the screen. So it's right above me at the top of the screen. So pattern number 38 goes like this. So we have ding, 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 ding. Okay, this is like your normal swung pattern, and then you'd read through it on the snare drum, playing through a chart. Cool. But this one, you're going ding, 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 but you're filling in. It's hitting my desk. Sounds funny. There we go. So you're ding-ding-a-ding. That should be a verb. I'm ding-ding-a-ding. All right. So you're playing through this, and instead of playing on 2 and 4 on the hi-hat, what you're actually doing with the feet is filling in with triplets. So you're going triple-it, 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 triple-it. Okay, so I'm going to stop the ride so you can just hear what's going on. So triple-it, 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 or triple-it, 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 triple-it. So it's a strict alternating, and it would sound like this if you did it on double bass. So triple-it, 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 triple-it. Okay, that's what we're working on. And we're going to do it with the charts. But first I got to see how fast I'm going to play it. 90. Okay. So my goal is to get it to be technically proficient. So let's go back to the charts here. There's permutations. I'll work on those most likely on a few patterns from now. There's the hard one that I'm like new at. There's straight versions of 55 charts, and then there's swung versions. I'm playing a swung pattern, so I will play the swung charts. If they go slow to fast. Since I'm playing at 90, I'm going to go right here. And there's 55 charts in here. And I'm just going to pick one at random. Sure, 41 through 45 sounds great. Not the resolution I'm looking for, nor are they the droids that you are looking for. Okay, in the timestamps of the description at every one of these thousands of free play-alongs, you can select a BPM. They go up one click at a time. So you could go at 91 or 97, whatever you want. 90, click. Let me flip my mouse upside down so it doesn't go on a wild ride while I'm playing this. There is a play-along. You can't hear it. It's muted because of a sync delay. But when you practice with your headphones, you can hear this. So that way you can stay perfectly in time with all your rhythms. Well, you know, ideally speaking. That does not happen all the time. Okay. So, chart number 41. 1, 2, 1, 2, wish me luck. I read the last measure wrong. I'm so sorry. Now I'm going to play it on double bass. You can actually hear what the left foot is doing a little bit easier. Instead of putting on the hi-hat, which is, you know, how you'd play this. Now, just to clarify, you would not do like a full chart normally like this. Normally, you just do like a measure, maybe a fill. 2, 1, 2, on double bass. rushed a little bit on that like full measure of nothing. Cool. So that's what it sounds like with your feet. Now I'm gonna put it back on the hi-hat for the left foot as opposed to on the double bass. So again, strict alternating between the feet. Your snare is playing the melody in the right hand, ding ding ding. 2, ready, and I read that wrong. Whew. Couple of reading errors going on today. Hooked on phonics, work it for me. Who is that? Is that Brian Regan or is that Jim Gaffigan? I think it's Brian Regan. Hook it on phonics, work it for me. A 2, a 1, 2, a ready, and oh no. That was such a weird one. What was it, like the third from the last line? Like I misread one of those like dotted quarter notes and then just like, uh-oh. Alright, last chart. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. That was mental. So I was like thinking about like what I wanted to do and talk about next, and it messed me up. No. Okay, so other than the mental mistake at the end, and then just like reading a couple of the rhythms wrong, it's mostly technically proficient, coordination wise, like it was all right, which means we just graduated from it. Yay! So on average, it needs a lot of work, but we finally got it to a point where it sounds mostly okay. We will come back to this, don't worry. It's not like we're like done. We never need to practice this again. No, no, no. We're focusing on the stuff that we're not good at yet. So these ones that are like orangish and reddish, And once we get all of them to be technically proficient or musical, then I'm going to go back to the beginning and go through them, and I'll show you some new, more challenging ways to work on these, as well as like try and get them all to be musical so they sound good. Now I'm going to stretch and massage. So highly recommend doing this every single time you practice, even on days off, at least once a day. There's a video under the drumming lessons playlist that shows you what I'm doing and why I'm doing this. Like this one stretches the sides of the forearm. And the video is called This Hand Routine Saved My Drumming, so check that out if you're interested in it. And then check out the drumming tips playlist that has now 100 videos in it. Over 14 hours of tips that I've learned over the decades of drumming and teaching. Now I'm going to stretch the underside of the forearm. Ooh, feels good. If you want a deeper stretch, you could do 2 fingers and then 2 fingers. Apparently that's really good if you have carpal tunnel. I don't, so I don't really feel like I need to do the super deep stretch, but, you know, it's there in case you want it. And we're stretching the other one. And now we're going to stretch the top side of the forearm. So you could pull it like this. You could do 2 fingers, or you could do this on your leg. It just goes twice as fast if you do it that way. And the last stretch is stretching the fingers. So I'm going to do thumb to thumb, stretching finger to finger. Just goes twice as fast doing it this way. If you want to take your time, you could do 1 finger at a time. You do you, your life. I got a lot to do today, so I want to try and get through the practicing today as efficiently as I can. We'll finish off Tomb Raider today. And then I got to work on some edits and stuff. So, recorded a video earlier this morning. And that'll come out in a few days. Stay tuned. Ooh, ASMR. Enjoy those cracks. Free of charge. Members get the audio enhanced version. That was a joke. Members don't get that. Members do get access to like 450 videos that are all scheduled to release. So if you want early access instead of waiting like a year or a year and a half for some of those videos to come out, it's 99 cents. Less than $1. Cheapest I can make it on YouTube. Or just wait. You know, there's thousands that keep you busy between now and then anyways. Why, hello, Don. Welcome back. We're now massaging, so we're going up and down the forearm. Trying to relax the forearm. Is good for you. Stay relaxed. And now we're going to massage the back side of the hand with the fingers, and the thumb is going to massage the palm. Working my way around. Was it missing a 2? You love 30-second notes? I love 30-second notes at 40 beats a minute. Up, 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 up. I also like quarter notes at 1,000 beats a minute. They're all fun. Okay. Now the last one that I'm going to do is I'm going to massage from base to tip of each one of the fingers. At least twice. Just relaxing it. This is the very last massage that I'll do in this little quick routine. It just takes a couple minutes to do this, and it, you know, makes it so you can drum for years to come. Almost going on 30 years of drumming now. And I almost had to stop a few years into it because of hand issues. And then I started doing the stretch and massage routine, and I worked on my technique. And now I don't have those hand issues that I was getting previously. So there's a reason why I do this every stream. I know it would be more entertaining if I was just drumming the entire time, but I'm trying to model what you should also do, what I'd recommend for everybody. Anyways, okay, so we just graduated from number 38. I should go get my cap and gown. I thought about wearing it like during graduation season in May, just for fun, but I wasn't sure if it'd come across as arrogant, because like the cap and gown that I have is like for doctoral recipients. So I was like, nah, I'll just go without it. Plus, I'd probably get too hot. Oh, this one. Okay. Woo-hoo. Okay. So this one is rough. I need water for this. My brain is about to melt. Hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Okay. So the pattern I'm playing is a 4/4 over 3/4 pattern. So let me try and break it down for you. So here's what we're doing first. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a... Okay, this is going on the ride pattern. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this is going on the feet the entire time, while we're reading through charts in 4/4. The snare drum, the left hand, is going to switch what drum it's playing on with the downbeat of every single bass drum. So... etc. What's hard about that is that I'm reading 4/4 charts while I'm playing in 3/4 with the feet. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then this hand that's playing a 4/4 chart is switching every 3 beats, ideally speaking. I have a tendency to like go an eighth note early or like an eighth note late or whatever. But we'll see if we can fix that. So I'm going to go back to my home tab of YouTube. And we're going to scroll down. We're going past the chop stuff. We're going past the grid variations. We're in the limb independence section. This is a hard pattern, by the way. This will require like 110% of my brain. So if you want to try and play along, just like try reading the chart where you're just like playing every 3 beats on one drum and then every 3 beats on another drum. Like that in and of itself is a little weird to do mentally. We're playing this at 100, right? Yes. Okay. So straight drum charts, because it's a double time swung, which doesn't mean it's swung. So we're going into here. And then I'll just go with the next one. Sure. 46 through 50. All right. So in the timestamps, you can jump to a BPM. But because 100 is where it starts, I'm just going to go ahead and say, hey, restart this. Play along. And we will flip the mouse upside down. So hopefully it doesn't wiggle around while I'm playing it. Okay. Wish me luck. 1, 2, ready, and I gotta do this one slow so I can let my brain like process things. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and oops, early. Cool. So there was a part where I like played the wrong drum. I think it was early, and it was like a notification popped up on like one of the chats, and I was like, "What is that?" And it distracted me. I'm so sorry. I made a mistake. Plenty more to come. Stay tuned. Today's episode of Jared Practice Publicly. 1, 2, ready, and. Oops, late. play on that pickup into beat 4. Okay, so if I did it right, my bass drum should land on the downbeat of the next line. So with the snare drum, we'll see if I did it right. 1, 2, ready, and yeah. Keep accidentally hitting my ride. I think I or my crash. I think I bumped it on accident when I was setting up. This is so much harder than many of the chop stuff. I agree, Glim. Good morning. This is the first video that you watched as a scratch tutorial? That's funny. Early. Hey, Dennis. Welcome. Okay, so the last chart. This one is it seriously just requires so much of my brain. I can barely focus while playing through it on anything other than playing the 4/4 over the 3/4. 2, ready, and early. Okay, so that one, it says 39.1. The normal version of this is just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Well, you just play it all on the snare drum. So it's, again, weird, because you're doing the 4/4 with the hands, reading the 4/4 charts, while playing 1 and a 2 and a, well, just 1, 2, 3. But there's also another variation of this, where you just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Well, you ding, 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 do the normal swung pattern that I just totally screwed up. It was flawless, I mean. Cool, so mostly technically proficient. There was some errors where I just came in early on it, but still needs a lot of work, so we will continue to work on this on the next drum kit stream. But I am, overall, making progress on it. It's requiring less of my brain power, 99% instead of 120%. These are perfect for you to get back into. Yeah, if you're looking for where I'm getting these from, by the way, it's from 50 Ways of Syncopation. It's by Dom Moyle. On my /gear page, you can get a link to his website. Dom doesn't know I'm promoting his stuff, but he's a good dude. Good drummer. Good educator. He started teaching college when he graduated from high school, so, you know, he's okay, I guess. All right. Cool. So the next one we're going to do, this is 40.1. Oh, yeah. So this one is also a little weird. So this one, you're playing ding, 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 ding. Your hands are the ostinato. That's the thing that doesn't change. So quarter note triplets, triplet, triplet, triplet. Okay, so this is not the melody, so I'm going to lower the volume. Okay, so the eighth notes are going to be played on the bass drum. The quarter notes and longer, I'm going to be played with the foot on the hi-hat. So the melody is actually... like that with the feet, okay? So the hands, just a nice quiet, as opposed to... all right, so last time I played it at 110. All right, we'll try it again at 110. And it's got the right one up, yeah. So this is 40.1. The original version in Dom's book, 40, you actually put the eighth notes on the hi-hat with the foot, and then the long notes are on the bass drum. So for me, the hardest part is not doing that version of it, because that's the one that I'm more comfortable with. Usually you put the long notes in the bass drum and the short notes in like a shorter sound, like the snare drum or the hi-hat. But in this case, we're going to do it at 110 under the limb independent section. Right in here. And we're going to here, swung charts. 110, and I don't know. Sure, let's just do this one. So, timestamps. 110. Flip the mouse. Please don't wiggle. Thank you. On, two, ready, and... Again, this is the part that's the ostinato. It just keeps going. So we're going to lower the volume. The short notes are going to be in the bass drum. The long notes on the hi-hat. That's the goal, at least. 1, 2, ready, and... I kept wanting to, like, switch the feet, what was playing what. The entire time I'm doing this, I was like, play the eighth notes on the bass drum, please. And then the other side of my brain's like, no, play it the other way. 1, 2, here we go. Now this, you wouldn't necessarily have to play the entire chart like this. You could switch what your feet are doing. This is just for practice sake. We're just doing the whole chart one way. But you could switch back between like 40, 40.1, a whole bunch of other variations, whatever you want to do. if you're reading the actual chart. You're trying to mimic me and sound fuller while locking the color notes? Nice. That's so cool that you're jamming along with this. I'm glad I can assist in some way. Oh, 1, 2, we're both practicing. I love when the phrases blur over the bar like that. That's why I wrote so many of them in these charts. I just think it's so much fun. Hey, I appreciate it, Dennis. Happy practicing. I'll see you in a future stream. 2, 1, 2, last chart. Yeah. What's up with my left? Sweet. Other than whatever happened with my left foot on that last chart, it was like mostly pretty good. Mostly technically proficient. Did not graduate from this one, so next time we will continue to practice this one. So again, skip the ones you're good at, focus on the ones you're not good at yet. I had fun with this one. Cool. Next one I'm not good at. Let's see here. What is this one? Oh yeah, this one was... Okay, this is like fresh. I don't know this one yet. Okay, so we were working on permutations. I can't even read through the charts yet. All right, so what's happening here? So, you could do this one on your floor tom. So, like this. Make so you can actually hear it. So you're going right, bass, right, bass, bass. And you just keep doing this over and over and over and over. But the hi-hat's also on 2 and 4. However you want to do that. I'm going to put it on the tom because my like drum trigger here is like not picking up all the sounds from my headphones, so I can't always hear the bass. So, but you could also do it. And you're reading the parts on the snare drum, okay, as straight 8th notes. So, wish me luck. We're gonna go at 80 again. And I'm gonna go back to my home tab. And instead of playing through charts, because I'm not good enough at that yet, I don't know this pattern, I'm scrolling down to the limb independent section, and I'm working on the permutations. So I'm gonna do this with the 8th note timing exercises. And the reason why I'm doing this is all of the playlists in the limb independence section has this video as the second one, how to develop limb independence. I'm taking some steps back in the steps that you would take to develop limb independence. So instead of like reading through charts, I need to actually practice with just the permutations. So I'm gonna turn this on, and we're gonna start at 80. And I just want to hear how it sounds attempting to play through this cold. It's probably not gonna sound good. I'm probably gonna need to just turn on the metronome and sit with it. But I wanna feel the struggle. It makes me feel alive. Just kidding. 2, 1 and 2, and ready and to go, and oh yeah. Oh yeah. Recover. Ugh, it's so weird with the hi-hat on 2 and 4. Oh my goodness. So the ones are rough. Okay, I'm gonna slow down the metronome real quick. And make it so I can actually hear it. Okay, so I'm using the metronome that's in the drum module that I got. Okay, so we're gonna try this again. Okay, so again, I'm just doing it on here, so it's not just like la, just like non-stop drums. But it's technically written on the floor tom. So that hi-hat is my enemy, as well as the diddle on the foot. I want to make sure that the second note doesn't come early. Okay, so now I'm going to try the ones. It's the offbeat that are weird. Better. Okay, better. Feels a little bit more comfortable. Let's try it with the actual play along. Playing along. Two, 1 and 2, and here we go. Ready and go. Okay, so again, the hardest part is getting that hi-hat on 2 and 4 while doing this. So I can play through, for the most part, okay, variation 1. So let's go back to here. Now I'm just going to go into variation 2. And again, we're going to play this at 80. So we're going to go into the timestamps. We're going to say 80. So we're just going to try a different permutation of this, which will make it so that I have to use my brain more as opposed to just looping the same thing over and over. 1 and 2. That's why there's a bajillion of these variations. What on earth just happened? Brain. Let's try that again. I don't know what happened. 1 and 2, and here we go. Screwed up the hi-hat at the end. Cool. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Number 3. Yeah, I can number sometimes. My doctorate is not in numbering. I'm sorry. I need water. Parched. Don't forget to use code Jared O'Leary when you buy water. That's a joke. 2, 1 and 2, and variation 3. Okay, there's another one, I think, right? Yeah, so we'll do number 4. Man, this is really messing with my brain trying to do this one. It's not easy. I had 163. Yeah, we're just gonna like... Just kidding. Down here. 80. What was I playing at 163 for the permutation exercise? I don't remember. 1 and 2, and I'll put it back on the tom. I did an extra beat. We did it. I'm still not ready to like read a chart yet, but it's like it's starting to get more comfortable, but it just still is just it messes with my brain trying to play this one. There's another variation, what is this one? 41? So 41.1, where instead of going 1 E and 2 E and you go 1 E and 2 E and 3. So with a hi-hat, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and I'm not a metal drummer, so I haven't worked up alternating between my feet and hands, so I'm not good at it yet. All right, but at 80, it was like meh. We're making progress on it. Yay. And we did permutations again, so let me keep that note for myself. Try charts. Okay. Cool. Okay, let's just jam through something that we do know, like an easier one. So these are like the ones that are need a lot of work. They're difficult. So let me play a simple one. So the most basic one, if you're doing like a swung pattern, is this. Let me copy and paste it so you can see it on the screen better. Okay, so this is your very basic short long. And so what you do is you play through just a normal swung pattern. Ding, 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 ding. Cool. All the short notes, the eighth notes, are going to be on the snare drum, while the bass drum plays the longer notes. Okay, so this is a very basic way to play just like a nice swung pattern while doing this. My Laura, welcome. So last time we did it at 185. I'm actually just going to slow it down to like a nice comfortable 160. We'll make it more accessible. So we're going to read through some charts. So I'm going to go back to my home tab here, and we're going to slowly scroll it down to the limb independence section. And inside of here, we're going to go to the swung charts. So the swung are at the bottom, 160 to 240, since we're playing it at 160. I'll just go ahead and play the very first set right here. And it's going to count off, and then away we go. And 1, 2, ready, and ding, ding, ding. Okay. Short notes, the eighth notes are on the snare drum. The long notes are on the bass drum. We're going to try and make this as musical as we can. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and... drum trigger's not picking up all the snare hits. One, a two, a 1, 2, ready, and. Now I can't hear the snare at all. Nice. Much improved. Unless I hit hard. Two, a 1, 2, ready, and. Yeah, do it again. Stop it. Snare drum. Come on. I'm still not hearing it in my headphones. Maybe you can hear it fine, but like my snare is quiet. 1, 2. Cool. Other than not really being able to hear all the notes. Details. All right, so it would have been musical, but I couldn't really focus on that while I was no, it wasn't fun. While I was attempting to fix the issue. I was making progress on it though. The snare is loud enough on your end? Well, that's good to hear, Alfred. Yeah, on my end, like I can't hear the snare drum. It's weird. The bass drum I hear great. I just like can't hear the snare, but good times. All right. I am going to get ready now for Tomb Raider. If you want to find all of these play-alongs, on my home tab of YouTube is where you can find them, and so many drumming tips for free. Just go to here. We've got chop exercises if you do rudimental drumming like I do. That's my primary instrument, snare drum. So check those out. If you like grid variations, there's over 1,000 of them. You have to click to show all of them. Otherwise, YouTube won't preview all the playlists that are in here. Focus on rudiment on one. You don't need to get into the wacky stuff. Limb independence. Every one of these playlists has, in the second video, a video that shows you how to develop limb independence. So the pattern that I just played is one of the simpler patterns that you can play. Just short on snare, long on bass drum while you play like a swung pattern with the cymbals. But there's more complicated ones if you want to try them out. So step by step, it shows you what to do to work on that, like I was doing with the 2 patterns ago, the more difficult one that I was doing. On the home tab, there's also, under the marching bass section, there's just under 500 marching bass exercises. There's several drumline cadences in here. And then there's just under 400 technique exercises. This one says click for more because you also have to click to show all of the playlists that are in here. So if you want to work on stick control, check that one out. If you want to work on endurance and speed with your hands or your feet, check that one out. But there's a bunch of different playlists to work on different things like timing or whatever it is that you want to improve. The last section in here is the tips and lessons. There's now 100 videos for drumming tips, over 14 hours of tips in here from questions that people have asked across the different live streams. There's several drumming lessons, more to come, and then there's over 400 drumming live streams. If you want to see me practice and have myself on things I'm not good at yet. You're new here. Can I explain what's going on? Oh, yeah, Alfred. So I'm practicing. So in these drumming practice streams in here, there's timestamps in the description so you can see like what it is that I was working on or what kind of a question that I was answering and whatnot. But yeah, there's literally over 2,000 free exercises, play-alongs, etc. that you can use all on my home tab. Now, if you don't want to see the gaming stuff, if you're not a nerd like I am, or you don't want to see the computer science stuff, because again, you're not a nerd like I am, that's fine. If you go to the first link that's at the top of every one of these play-alongs, you know, where all the timestamps are so you can practice at whatever BPM you want. But if you go to the very first link, this takes you to my website, which is jaredoleary.com/drum. And this is where you can find it neater than I can organize it on YouTube. So here's all the chop stuff. Here's all the grid stuff. This is all the limb independent stuff that I was just practicing right now. The marching bass stuff, the drumline cadences, the hundreds of technique exercises, and then the hundreds of drumming tips and the scripted lessons like how to hold traditional grip or how to hold a drumstick, etc. If you see a video that says members first, it's scheduled to release. There's like 450 or so of them. So there's over a year and a half worth of content. Well, just about a year and a half. So if you want to wait for them to come out, you can, and then they'll all be there. There's still thousands of exercises to keep you busy for a while. So like this one comes out on next Friday, so like a week from today. But if you want early access, it's 99 cents. It's just the clicking the join button will take you to there. And then it shows that you can sign up for the cheapest that I could possibly make it on YouTube, which is 99 cents. But it's, again, 100% optional. I promise all of these are coming out for free. So all you have to do is just wait for them, and then they'll be there. If you enjoy this free content that I create, just share it with somebody else. My goal is to make everything AdSense supported for myself. But currently, I make less than $1 a day. So, you know, I made thousands of resources to make way less than minimum wage. But, is what it is. YouTube recommendation must have been a sign from the God. You're 100% trying this. Well, hey, I'm happy to hear that, Alfred. Yeah, so if you have questions on like, well, what should I practice or how should I practice? At the top of my website, so again, this is on /drum, there's this video that says start here if you don't know what to practice. And this was a live stream that I did, I don't know, a couple months ago, something like that. Because people were like, hey, I like your resources, but you kind of got a lot. Where do I start? So in the timestamps in here, it says like how, if you want to learn about how to improve as a drummer, check that out. If you want to learn how to improve your chiming, check that out. If you want to learn how to improve your chops, or on the marching bass drum, or on your double bass. Like, so there's different sections in here so you can go, oh, I want to work on my flams. What would Jared recommend for flams? And I'll walk through some of the different exercises that are on here. Like, I'll pull them up on the screen and like show you what to listen for when you're practicing it, etc., etc. So again, that's at the top of /drum on my website, which is the first link on all these play-alongs. Right here. Start here if you don't know what to practice. Anyways, I'm going to get ready for Tomb Raider. We're finishing that game today. And then tomorrow we'll start the second game in the Tomb Raider trilogy. What is it? Rise of the Tomb Raider, I think is what it's called. So stay tuned for that. I'll probably be about 15, maybe 20 or so minutes to get set up because I got to rearrange everything. But I appreciate everybody stopping in. I hope you enjoy these free resources. If you do, just share it with somebody else. If you don't enjoy them and you stuck around anyways, I guess you enjoyed my shiny head. Anyways, goodbye.